Worried about the way your neck looks? You're in luck. Joining us today from Living Well Aesthetics, we have Dr. Jared Chapman. Dr. Chapman, great to see you.
Great to see you, Susan.
Yeah, and I feel like the necks can really give us away on our age. So let's talk about Botox Skin Vive on the neck and why some people want to use this.
So Skin Vive, which is an amazing product, it's a dermal hydrator. It's not a filler. So it's used to treat fine lines and wrinkles of the surface of the skin, more tone and texture, helps with pore size, helps some with discoloration as well. But overall, it makes the face look more youthful and more hydrated. So that's where the FDA placed its first indication, which is in the face. Here at Living Well, we're actually using it in the neck, where we are combining it with Botox Cosmetic, and we are doing micro droplets of this across the area, and we're seeing amazing results for that crepiness and that little bit of sag, and the fine lines and wrinkles of the neck. As you said, the neck gives it away because it's one of the hardest areas to treat in the aesthetic world. The skin is much different in the neck. It responds differently to lasers. It can be very fickle as far as when you take heat to it, so you have to be very careful with this tissue. Also, it's the area where we have the least modalities to use. Now, microneedling with radiofrequency has come along, and that has made a lot of headway in how we treat the neck. And also surgical correction, obviously a mini neck lift or just a neck lift period can make a huge difference in this area. What we have to be careful, though, is when patients come in and maybe they have fat underneath the chin and they want to dissolve that fat either with injectable Kybella or using something like CoolSculpting to freeze the fat, you have to realize that when you remove the fat, you remove support, and that makes the tissue more lax. And so then we have more sagging and crepiness sometimes from those procedures. So one of the things that we came up with here is using the combination of Skin Vive and micro droplets of Botox into this tissue, which helps to tighten and make this tissue look more smooth. It also really helps with sometimes the horizontal lines that people see, or the necklace lines, we call them, as they run horizontally around the neck. So there are some things we can do, and depending on the severity, and we discuss that as case per case basis when patients come in to know what is best to treat them. But we certainly don't want to do something to someone and then see no results from it and not be satisfied with it. So you have to look at each case per case basis. Sometimes there's just so much sag there that the only thing you can do is recommend a surgical treatment for it.
Okay, but on maybe some patients may see a result a little bit sooner. Is this something they would have to, or if they're not seeing the results they want and have to go a different route, how often would they have to come in for this type of a treatment?
So we recommend 4 to 6 months in the neck, based on the longevity of Botox itself is 3 to 4 months, and then the Skin Vive lasts up to 6 months. So when we combine them, we look at treating them about every 4 months in this area. So 3 times a year is what we recommend to treat with this protocol that we're doing. And it's very safe, it's very effective for most patients. Most patients see great results with it. If they get it and they love it, it's something they keep coming back for. We don't ever have to say, oh, you need your, they're in the door going, I want my.
Right, they know.
Yes,
so if someone
absolutely.
wants to come in for a free consultation, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
They can call our office at 304-205-4041, or they can text 304-989-2065. That gets them in contact with either office, Charleston or Milton, and they can make their appointment respectively. But that's probably the best way to get a hold of us.
All right. Well, Dr. Chapman, thanks so much for sharing this with us. Great talking with you.
Thank you for having me, Susan.